What's up, folks? What's up? What's up, YouTube? Just pulling out of West Wendover, Nevada here. And just went over across the road. That casino you guys are looking at is, what's it called? The Rainbow? Yeah, Rainbow Casino and Hotel. Well, anyway, went over and had lunch. Well, I went over there, and I'm pretty good at roulette. I mean, I know it's all just like watching a ball spin around, but I like to play on the machines. Ooh, new Corvette, and it's a convertible. All right, we've got green. We'll let that little car go. We'll get a look at this little bumpy transition coming out of there. Oh, that? Yeah, that's a new Corvette. Peanut butter interior looks good, buddy. Well, anyway, guys, so we just left the Rainbow Casino and Hotel, and went in there, looked for a roulette game. They only had like the regular table with the human spinning the ball, and I think that one's pretty fair. I think it's all random and everything. But I like to play the machine roulette because you'll notice, go ahead and go into any casino that has machine roulette, and it always does repeats. So if it hits like 14, it'll hit 14 again later on or something. Let's see, does he need any extra room? Take it if you need it. Yes, sir. Could have given homie a little bit more room, but he had it. Go for it, little guy. All right. So I got to looking around that casino at the Rainbow, and they did not have a machine roulette. So like I was saying before, I was distracted by that big old fuel tanker hauling doubles. Gave him a little extra room. And go. Oof. Oh, put the splitter down. Ouch. Alright, so now we're less distracted getting on the interstate. Jeez, I'm all messed up. I must be dehydrated in this heat, even though I just had food. Alright, let's get to it, folks. So I just went at Nevada state line here, West Wendover, and went into the Rainbow Casino, looked for a roulette game. They only had the human roulette, and I like to play the machine because you'll notice like the patterns, it does the repeats and stuff. So I was looking at the numbers and I selected 5 on the board, and it hit one of the ones I chose. So I was like, sweet. So I was instantly up like 36 bucks or whatever. So I played around with it. I always throw money on green, and then I do the repeats, and it hit a couple more. Anyways, I left out of there with like 40 bucks, put in 20, left with 40. So pretty much I went, and then, or they didn't have at the Rainbow a roulette machine. So I went across the road to the one called like Red Garter or whatever. They had the roulette as a machine, and played that. Won 20 bucks, got out of there, went back to the Rainbow, went to their lunch buffet, and just left their lunch buffet. And it was delicious, had a whole bunch of different food. Tried my first oyster, not a fan. It reminds me of like the San Francisco Bay Area smell, and like I imagine it's exactly like what the rocks on the shoreline would taste like. I don't know. It wasn't good though. I did not enjoy the oyster. Got a little bit of shell with it. It wasn't pleasant. Not my cup of tea. So, we got the Wendover scale right here at the state line of Utah. And anyway, guys, for some reason I fired up the truck, got back to it, fired it up, and was sitting here, and all of a sudden, like, the check engine light started flashing. I was like, ah, shit, like whatever those little rubber pieces are in there doing something. And I checked it and it was saying crankcase pressure. I was like, all right. Every now and then my filter gets clogged up, so I blow it out with brake parts cleaner, and it solves the problem. It goes away like a day later. So I'll get up to the truck stop here in Tooele. I think it's Tooele, Utah, and spray that bad boy out with brake parts cleaner. Wonder if we're gonna get the oh shit, they're closed. Port of entry open when flashing. That's not flashing. And we got the green light. All right, kick it up to speed, man. I normally try and do like 55, 60 miles an hour over the platform so it can read my weights good. But yeah, so anyway though, I fire up the truck, check engine light was flashing. I was like, what the heck? So I scroll over and it says crankcase pressure. I was like, that pops up like once every couple months, so I wasn't too worried about it, but I've got my eyes on it. So anyway, we're just strutting through 80 combined transport over there. So just strutting through 80 here. Just hit Utah state line. Obviously, you just joined us from Nevada to Utah, and we changed time zones. So I used to always fuel at this Sinclair. It used to have the cheapest fuel. I would fuel up in California, make it all the way out to there, fuel up, continue on up to Canada. But anyway, just thought I'd come at you and say what up, and hope everyone's having a good day. And just some idiotic ramblings about my afternoon. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you're ever driving the 80, make sure you can like make it a priority to stop there at the Rainbow, because the buffet, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so all day. But it is some killer food. Like, they really had a lot of options. So if you can, stop in, get some good grub. Not just McDonald's or Burger King or any fast food bullshit like that. Actually go get you a meal you can sit down and enjoy. So, alright guys, well, I will catch you later. Just a recommendation of mine. Damn, we can't even see, like, it is so far. The air quality is trash today. I don't know what it is. There must be fires up in, like, Montana blowing down or something. But, oh yeah, those of you who don't travel to the west, welcome to the Wild Wild West, baby. This is Salt Flats right here. Right at the Utah-Nevada state line. Utah Salt Flats, Salt Lake, or I almost said Salt Lake City Salt Flats, but no, it's the Utah Salt Flats out here. So, anyways, yeah, stay loaded, and if you ever run out 80, make sure you can stop at the West Wendover and Wendover casinos there, and just go in and have a good buffet dinner, and yeah, check shit out. All right, later. All right, guys, we got what feels like a pretty comfortable view on the head cam, and then up on the window we've got the stationary mounted camera. So we're just here in Laramie at the Petro, and we are en route down to Colorado. We deliver out in Fountain tomorrow. A 2 p.m. delivery for some reason. So that's kind of a bummer. It kind of wastes the entire day, if you ask me. I fucking hate it. I like loading up. Oh wow, Caldwell oil tanker. I like loading it up early and delivering it early. Or I like loading up early And delivering late, like late night deliveries are fun. Like if it's like 8 p.m., 10 p.m. Oh man, looking from here, the freaking eastbound is rolling slow. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to come at you pulling out here, waiting for these fine, lovely folks to get out of the way. Zipping down that dirt road. And what are you doing, Mr. Subaru? No turn signal, so you're going straight. So yeah, just leaving the Petro here in Laramie. Looks like eastbound's hitting a stop for some reason. That sucks. Westbound had some construction, and they hit freaking like 6 miles of backup right there, and it was garbage. It sucked. What sucks is when I bailed off, there was no slow traffic going eastbound, so something just happened. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see that unit down there. We're gonna roll right up next to him, so we will. Ooh, yeah, that's sweet. All blacked out 579. I don't like the Epic bunk, but black rims, nice Conestoga, CPL. That's gangsta for an aerodynamic. I could see like driving with your wife, getting that Epic bunk, husband-wife team, but it is not my style. Drop it down to 6. So let's see what we're gonna do here. We'll see if Melton, you got it on. Melton, you got it on right here. Thanks, buddy. He went to turn on his radio. He heard me, but he gave me the wave, so that's cool. I appreciate it, partner. We'll keep rolling. I just don't like to come on and act like I own the whole place, so and skip everyone who's sitting here in this slow traffic. So it's just nice to communicate. I mean, we're all gonna get to the opening point eventually. But wanted to come at you guys and talk about a little bit of preventative maintenance. Funny enough, I just saw Driven Trucking put out a video on preventative maintenance, and it is always good to do preventative maintenance. And with this heat, you guys are probably seeing your axle temps rise like crazy. You're like, oh shit, it's hitting 190, 200. Like I got 342s in the back, and my front axle gets to about 200. For some reason, my rear axle gauge quit working the other month. I think I split a line or something. And so that kind of sucks. But it always stayed about 20 degrees cooler than the front one. I replaced the sensor, it didn't fix it. So I think I was pressure washing it and maybe split electrical line, and just been too busy and too lazy, a little mixture of the both, to get under there and check it out and run through the wires. But anyway, guys, just heading into Colorado slowly but surely here in this Laramie rush hour. No, it's only 3 o'clock. It's because traffic or an accident, excuse me, it's because construction or an accident. So anyway, back to the preventative maintenance stuff. You're gonna see, as the temperatures rise, a lot of trucks on the side of the road with big old puddles below them. Coolant hoses. Let's see, who's he talking to real quick. Yeah, who you hollering at there, bud?
Hey, 15 miles back west. What's going on?
You guys had the right lane closed, so it just slowed traffic for about 6 miles. When I drove by about an hour ago, I took a break and showered. But when I drove by, it was slow traffic at the 298 where you guys were coming to a slowdown, and then you lose the right lane.
Good copy, buddy. Thanks so much. Keep that sign off.
Yeah, 10-4, and I started in Rollins this morning, and you're clear all the way back to there after that construction.
Good copy. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So anyway, guys, that's why CB's come in handy. He probably saw on his GPS going westbound all that stopped traffic back there. We are at the, what is this, the 311, 310? So yeah, he said 15 miles back, which is where about the 298 is, 12 miles back. So always good to have a radio. That way you know what the fuck's going on. You can ask your neighbors on the other side of the interstate what the fuck's going on. You say, what the fuck, Chuck? No, that's a Dooner Livingstone line. He's a driver with a YouTube channel I follow. Anyway, you guys should too. Oop. And so anyway, for some reason though, gosh, I'm all over the place. That's what this head cam is all about. Just being all over the place and idiotic ramblings, right? Like, you guys are entertained if you're just sitting there cruising along and put me on and you listen to me. It's like we're talking in the same truck, right, driver? But so anyway, preventative maintenance. You're gonna see a lot of guys running up hills, and midway up, all of a sudden they're broke down, blew a coolant line, radiator hose blew off the bottom. Like, actually, look at that. There's a good example. Trans lead down there. I don't know if you guys can see, but he's got his hood open. And it is 84 degrees out right now here in Laramie, which is definitely warm for Laramie. But, well, I can see, actually, I could see his degas bottle, which is the radiator coolant overflow, and it had radiator fluid in it, so I don't know what's going on with him. But, that song's dope, so I'm gonna pause it so when I'm done recording I can listen to it. So anyways, you guys, you want to be on top of your coolant situation, your hoses, clamps, everything. If you see a small dribble of a leak, address it right away. I mean, it's better to handle it on your 10-hour break than it is to handle it in the middle of your 14-hour shift. It's easier to handle it when you're parked on a truck stop, you know, than with a shop. Like, I always park at Petro TAs, so it's always nice to park somewhere with a shop. That way, if you're like, oh hey, my clamp is broken or loose and it won't tighten anymore, you can run in and they'll be like, yeah, we got one of those, and easy access to parts right there if you're lucky. If not, I mean, you could find a way. Like, a lot of truck stops are close to repair shops, so you could always like Uber over to the repair shop, get the part you need, Uber back and fix it before you start your shift. And here's a very solid piece of advice, guys. A easy pre-trip is in part by a good post-trip. Every day when you park that truck, you ought to get out, obviously check your tires, lights, because it's easier to do that at the end of the night. Do a solid post-trip at the end of your shift. That way, you know, if you see a clamp or a hose leaking that needs replaced, handle it. Handle it, handle it, handle it. And I cannot preach enough. If you are an owner-operator, you ought to have 2 or 3 toolboxes in the truck. Even if you are in a brand new truck, where you're like, oh yeah, I bought a brand new truck for the reliability and the, you know, fact that I won't need big maintenance items anytime soon. Like, cool, all right, great. You got a 250,000 or a 500,000 mile warranty, but stuff can go wrong day one. You know, they could have put in a faulty camshaft, and then boom, you pull in your first hill and the camshaft snaps. or crankshaft. That would be massive, and you'd be getting a new engine under warranty, which would be absolutely crazy and shitty. And the shitty thing about that is they don't say, oh hey, we're sorry about the bad engine and camshaft, here, just grab another new truck off the lot. No, you have downtime, and it's going to be 2 or 3 weeks probably for them to get a motor shipped in and get that replaced for you. So it is always good. I mean, anything can happen. It's great to have a warranty. It's great to be in new equipment, reliable equipment. But just remember, anything can happen. But I'm going to go ahead and cut it right here, because I'm going to come back to you as we're climbing Sherman Summit here. I could take the 287 south, but I really actually just want to do this video and show you guys something. So we're going to do that. Sherman Summit's pretty steep. It's coming up here. So I'm going to quit to yakking and see you in about, we're at mile marker 313. See you in about 5 minutes.